Live only on The Zone. Usyk versus Dubois, July 19th. He silenced Britain's best. Usyk, the undisputed king, fighting to keep his crown. But now, the dynamite is ready to explode. Dubois is set to make boxing history. The hopes of a nation on his shoulders. July 19th, here Wembley roar for the heavyweight fight of the year. All the belts are on the line. Usyk versus Dubois 2. Buy now at thezone.com.
Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted to be joined by my good friend Sam Jones on this wonderful. I don't know what it's like down in Derby, mate, but that is nothing but blue skies out my window. How are you?
Yeah, my blinds are kind of shut. Yeah, it's beautiful here, mate. Absolutely beautiful weather.
I asked you if you stayed up to watch the fights. I caught up with them this morning. You stayed up, so you got
I
up.
didn't watch the whole card. I watched Shakur's fight and Hamzah Sheeraz's fight. I didn't watch any of the other fights.
Well, I think that's the only two fights I really want to talk about. Then Real Matias getting Dalton Smith. I'll touch on that. But
Yeah.
Hamzah Sheeraz knocks out Edgar Berlanga. Canelo didn't do that. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I thought it was a stunning performance from Hamzah. Like, I was so happy for him. I was like, because I was happy for him because everyone wrote him off after that fight against Adames, and I said, look, it was a big jump in class when he boxed Adames, and he wasn't quite. Not that he wasn't ready. He was like almost like I think he broke his hand. Like, everything kind of went wrong for him in that fight. But look, he got through it, and he's gone to Andy Lee. And let's be honest, Andy Lee needs a lot of plaudits because the turnaround, like with the Ben Whittaker and then the Sheeraz, like, wow, like that's he's a serious trainer, in Andy Lee. But what a performance from Hamzah Sheeraz! Stunning performance, superstar performance, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Especially when you see the build up and the way Edgar Berlanga was acting. I've been around Hamzah Sheeraz a
Yeah,
lot.
but it
And
sells the fight, though, Andrew. It sells the fight.
it
It
is.
sells
It
the
is.
fight.
Again, he sold the fight, but there was sort of talk that he didn't sell any tickets up until the last couple of days when he was selling the fight. But when you look at somebody the way the antics, I know what you mean. It sells the fight, but when you've got somebody that does that, the gun sign and all this sort of stuff to somebody's face, and
Yeah. So some of it's like, listen, that it can be classed as a bit distasteful, but in the end game, it's done Hamza good because the build up and people wanted to watch the fight, people were interested in the fight, and then Hamza's got in there, and let's be honest, he beat the shit out of him, didn't he? So it's all worked out well for Hamza. And listen, I couldn't be happier. He's a lovely kid, so I couldn't be happier for him, and he did something Canelo Alvarez didn't really come close to doing.
well. That brings me on to my next question because Turki Alalshikh put out a tweet saying, or what do you call them now? Tweets or X's? I don't know. Saying that he deserves Canelo in 2026. Now, Canelo's got a tough test against Crawford, so that's not a given.
Yeah, I think Crawford beats Canelo, though. I think he just beats him because of the timing, and like I say, I've looked at Canelo and I not think he's like massively declined, but he is on the decline, Canelo. And listen, Crawford's not a spring chicken neither, but I going into that fight, and if you read into it like Canelo's last few performances, I just think Crawford will beat him. I might change my mind. I've been doing it a few times, but I do think Crawford will beat Canelo. And it's obviously made Shiraz's performance even better because of how Canelo dealt with Berlanga.
So is it safe to say then Shiraz gets the winner of Crawford Canelo then?
Yeah, I think Turki Al-Sheikh loves Hamzah Sheeraz, doesn't he? So I think Hamzah Sheeraz is in an unbelievable position. Like I say, I couldn't be happier for him. He's a great kid. I've signed his cousin, Zayn Ahmed, and he is a phenomenal talent.
Is he with Andy Lee as well?
No, he's not training with Andy. He was training out there with Andy,
right.
with Andy Lee for
a
few weeks with his cousin. But yeah, look out for Zayn Ahmed debut in October.
Okay, there you go. There you have it. Sam, talking about Shakur Stevenson, people are saying Eddie Hearn said generational great like Floyd Mayweather. Do you agree?
Shakur's a special talent. Like, people slag Shakur off the Jerry, the Tom and Jerry thing, like, oh, Shakur, but he's an artist, Shakur Stevenson. and he boxed in the pocket yesterday when he didn't need to. Shakur could have won every single round of that fight, 1-12, right? But he chose to stand in the pocket to show something different, which he didn't need to do, but he did it to show a different side to his game. And he looked like there was glimpses of Floyd Mayweather in there with Shakur yesterday. He was outstanding. He is a phenomenal talent. I love watching Shakur Stevenson.
Obviously,
and I think the better opponent,
yep,
the better you'll see of him.
Yeah, I agree. And William Cepeda was a great, a great fighter for Shakur Stevenson in that fight, because he did hurt him in the third, I think it was as well. Now, if you look at this, if you woke up this morning and looked at them scorecards, you would have thought, oh, Shakur schooled him, but it was quite a competitive
they were
fight.
unkind. They were unkind. They were unkind to him. The scorecards, but Shakur was still a wide winner. But it was. This is what I mean. Just because the scores are wide, you can still get a competitive, one-sided fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I suppose it wasn't really one-sided, but Shakur was the clear winner in the fight. He was the better fighter, but Cepeda didn't disgrace himself at all. He was good. He was a great performance from him.
It was a great card last night as well. And I know you only watched the two fights there, but Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith came face to face in the ring.
I watched the highlights this morning of Subriel Matias just kind of. I think it was a close fight, wasn't it? But I seen Subriel was applying the pressure, and obviously the judge preferred the pressure of Matias. But as I say, I think it's a good fight for Dalton. I think Dalton will pick him off and counter him. I think he'll handle his pressure pretty well. And listen, it's a great fight for Dalton Smith. He's been in the WBC rankings for a while now, and he's got his shot. And I hope he takes it. Dalton's a great kid, and I hope he takes it.
Well, I know you love talking boxing and talking about fighters, but you love talking about your fighters more, don't you, Sam?
Listen, that's my job, isn't it?
I say exactly, and I say that to say this. Jack Catterall and Turki Alalshikh had a little bit of a back and forth on X this past week here. I like Jack doesn't say much when it comes to press conferences and stuff like that, but sometimes he's quite. You can see his character and his comedic value on that Twitter sometimes, and that was quite a fun back and forth.
Yeah, look, Rick Reno gave Jack a bit of stick, and Eddie. Rick Reno likes giving Eddie stick, doesn't he? Eddie don't say too much back to Rick Reno, to be fair. He kind of just he just kind of sat there, didn't he, and just kind of took it. But Jack was just like, hold on a minute, I don't mind getting a bit of stick from Turki or Eddie or whoever, but I'm not getting stick from you. Do you know what I mean? So he just Jack gave Rick Reno a straight left down the pipe, didn't he, on X? And I think Turki found it really funny. So I think Turki's obviously seen that Jack's open to criticism from certain accounts and people, but Jack gave his was a comedic tweet back, and they kind of got into a back and forth, and Jack's going to be on one of the big Riyadh cards.
And obviously, Turki likes a big fight, two great fighters on. He doesn't just want anybody on these Riyadh cards. Now, when you look at I'm going to stay in the 147-pound division for Jack. What we talk, Jack's out for a long time with his cut. So
Jack will be back for November. So right. End of November. If it's the November 22nd show, Jack should be ready for that.
Who are we looking at?
So look, Andrew, right? Jack will fight at 140 if it's a big fight, world title fight, big fight. It's the winner of Dalton against Matias would be great, like eventually. But like at 140, Jack would fight a big fight, but he's not going to kill himself to make weight at 140 for a below something. He's got to get up for it. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be something he's going to get up for. It's the same as anybody else. And Jack's 32. I believe he's earned his stripes. He's not really got his just desserts from boxing, belt-wise. But listen, he's open to a fight at 140. It's got to be massive. But at welterweight, he'll fight anybody. He'll fight all the names you can think of at welterweight. He will fight.
I think Jack needs somebody who's
going to bring the best out of him. Like what Shakur, as a Cepeda for Shakur. Jack needs a Cepeda.
He needs a come forward aggressive type fighter.
He needs someone that's going to come and press the action, like what Josh Taylor did to him in the second fight, which made a brilliant fight, and the second
Prograde.
half of the
Yeah.
Prograde fight. But Jack's able to have it. Jack's able to stand and have it, but someone's got to bring the best out of him. And listen, there's Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Ryan Garcia. There's Stanionis at 147. There's endless like fights. Jack could fight Keyshawn Davis like that. All of the big names you can think of. Jack's open to fight them.
And the scary thing is that's the truth. You hear fight yourself, fight anybody, but it seems like Jack is the epitome of that, because I've known Jack for a long time
100%.
now, and he just puts his gum shield in a suitcase and he just spars. People forget that he sparred Floyd Mayweather and Canelo.
Yeah, listen, Jack will put a backpack on, go to America on his own and spar these guys. Now, it's like what I said. If Jack's going to do 140, it's got to be worth his while. It's got to be worth his while. Championship fights or a massive name, right? But at welterweight, where he's a bit more comfortable, anyone.
Well, does that, if he goes on the same card as Haney Norman Jr., would you be looking at the winner of that fight? Because that you're talking about, if Norman, I'm looking at Norman Jr. and the way he presses the action.
Jack's got one. Listen, I honestly believe Jack's earned his right to fight for. Jack's actually ringing me right now. How do I get back onto the video, Andrew?
So I just let it ring out. There we go.
Okay.
The background. So there we go.
So Jack's earned his right, in my opinion, to. Listen, I know coming off the Harlem Eubank fight, it wasn't an amazing spectacle, but the fight was warming up, and in my opinion, Jack was pressuring the fight. If you watch the fight back, Jack was the one forcing the action, in my opinion, right? He was the one forcing the fight. But the bottom line was, it wasn't a great fight, but Jack still got 2 straps on him, and he's well ranked in the 147 division, and I know that the governing bodies would give him a shot at the 140 titles as well. So Jack's in a good position. He's in a good position. But listen, against a Ryan Garcia or a Rolly Romero, we understand he'd be the B-side. But Jack, rest assured, would fight any of those big names.
What did you make of the confrontation? It seems like everywhere you go in America, when you get 2 guys that fight each other, man, they're going to get into something in America. It seems like it's what to do over there. The Devin Haney, Norman Jr.
I'd love all of that. I would love all of that. Listen, let's get Jack in a big fight. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Will you get stuck in an awesome?
Listen, mate. Listen, if needs be, Andrew. If needs be.
Get in there, boy.
I don't know about the old, but no, but it'll be good. Listen. Selling. I said it on the interview the other day, Andrew. Right, and I know people don't like. I'm not for everybody, but if I'm involved in a fight and a build-up in a fight, I want to make people watch the fight. Whether that means I'm annoying or whatever, but like I want it. Selling a fight is a big part of it. Fights, 99% of fights don't sell themselves. So you want to sell fights and you want to make fights bigger.
Are you ever worried that you might say the wrong thing to somebody or wind somebody?
If that happens, because listen, I don't take things personally, Andrew. I'm happy to be here. I don't think you understand. I'm so happy.
Oh, I know.
I'm so happy. Like Eddie called me a competition winner the other week. He's half right. But competition winners don't stay in the game for 10 years at the level I work at. But I am. I'm a fan. I love boxing. I love being here. I don't take it personally. It's like Harlem Eubank the other week, right? I like Harlem Eubank. I've known Harlem a long time. It's just that he's fighting my guy. We're against each other for this fight. But then after the fight, it's cool. That's the way I work. I don't take nothing personally. But selling fights, it's great. It's part of the business. It's part of the game.
Definitely. Sam, one final one before I let you go and enjoy, like I say, this, I can't believe how hot it is in Scotland here, man. The sky is unbelievable. We won Katie Taylor on Friday night.
I think Katie Taylor is just the greatest female boxer of all time. And she is absolutely just fantastic. And she made easy work of Serrano, in my opinion, in that 3rd fight. She's just outstanding. I wasn't sure on the comments she made about Chantel, if I'm honest with you, like about the not able to do that, because in my opinion, they're 1-1, two of the best fights you'll see. And I believe that should be the next fight. I think it's 1-1 with Chantel. I think that I would like to see the third fight. But as for greatness, she's on her own at number one. Like she's the greatest of all time.
Sam, I'd probably agree with you on that one. Anything else you'd like to add, mate? You got any plans for today in this beautiful weather?
Yeah, listen, I'm just going to relax because next week Adam Hamed's going to box on the biggest stage in the world at Wembley Stadium on the Usyk Dubois show. There's some great fights to be announced. I've got, as I say, there's some announcements left, right, and centre, title fights. Yeah, it's going to be a great end. Going to be sounds weird to say great end to the year, but it's second half of the year. But it's mad, isn't it? We're in July already. We're going to be in August before we know it, and it's going to be the end of the year. The months and years go so fast, don't they, Andrew? My God,
definitely.
They really do.
Just a reminder for you, it's my birthday on Thursday, Sam. So I'm hoping to at least get a WhatsApp message saying happy birthday, champ.
I can send you a WhatsApp message, and I'll buy you like a cheap steak when I see you.
A cheap one. I'll take it. Listen,
Can't afford those fillets anymore, Andrew.
Can you not?
No,
I'm sure you can, Sam. All the signings that you have, man, I'm sure you can.
We're on budget, mate. We're on budget.
I'll buy you one. Sam, listen, thank you so much as always, mate. I always appreciate your time. Thank you for jumping on. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Nice one, Andrew. See you in a bit, mate.
Thank you, brother.
Live only on DAZN, he silenced Britain's best, Usyk the Brit Breaker, but now the dynamite is ready to explode. One night, one shot at Undisputed, Usyk versus Dubois 2, July 19th, right now at DAZN.com/boxing.